Okay, I'm in the garden over here, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 vining Blue Lake stringless string beans from string beans that fell off of my vine. If you've been following me on YouTube, you notice on my trellises that I'll show you in a minute, I had a lot of Blue Lake string beans. They were delicious, they were full, they were plush, they made the trellises look good. But some of the beans, when I piled them up here, because I saved them and I brought them in the house so I could go ahead and plant them this month in September. But since these are vining already, I'm going to go ahead and dig them up and transplant them. They're already growing really good, so I don't need to like sow them in the house with my other plants, and I don't need to seed them over here. Might as well utilize them instead of just pulling them out. So here I go. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and dig down in there and try to remove it like that. Now I'm going to try to separate them, but let me go ahead and get this one. Hopefully it's in the video. Okay. So here you go. I got them out with the roots, if you can see that. Now let's go ahead and transplant them. Okay, so I just went ahead and dug up 2 Blue Lake string beans that were growing in my walkway. I'm going to try to separate them without breaking the vine, hopefully. This isn't the easiest task to do. They already started twining on each other, but maybe I'll get lucky. Okay, there you go. I separated both of them successfully. Now let's go ahead and transplant them. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and transplant this one right here. This is where I had the one last year. It did great. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove a little bit of dirt right here. This is all horse manure. Now with the root system like that, I'm going to go ahead and plant it right here and fill it in. Okay, that looks really good. Nice and simple. Now I'm going to take the vine, hopefully without breaking it, untwine it, and I'm going to come up here with the vine and try to get it situated. Follow the contour. Okay, that looks great. I transplant it, and it's going right up the vine. Now I'm going to take this one. I'm going to move down here. See if I can't get situated. Pull out the old vine. Okay, right over here. Last year is where I had my other one planted. So I'm going to plant this one right here. Just going to dig up a little bit of soil. I'm going to take the root system with the vine facing towards me. I'm going to plant it right here. Okay, it looks like it's planted nice. Now, I'm going to take this vine And I'm going to go ahead and try to situate it so it starts growing up. Okay, so I got this one's done. Now I want to come over here and do 2 more. Okay, I can't see with that sun, but let's get going. Over here I got a blue lake string bean and a blue lake string bean coming out of my mulch that fell off of my trellis and just started growing. So I'm going to go ahead and transplant these onto my trellis so I don't have to go in the house and sow them or direct seed them in September. And we just started September now. Today's probably about the 3rd. So I want to get a jump on it. So since these are growing, Mother Nature said, grow these. I'm going to listen to Mother Nature. So let's go ahead and dig this one out. Okay, I got the whole root right here. And let's go ahead and dig this one out. Okay, and I got the whole root right over here. So let me go over here and transplant these. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and transplant my blue lake string beans right over here for this trellis. It's hard for me to get on this side with the camera because of my eggplants growing. So I'm doing it from this side. I'm working it in here. However, this is where I grew mine last season for the spring. And now we're in the fall. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove some of the soil here, which is cow manure and sheep manure. I'm going to take one of the vines, the roots over here, nice roots, and I want the vine to come this way, so I'm going to plant it right here, just like this. Get that manure and compost around it nicely. Okay, that's transplanted. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take this and try to get it so it knows I want it to go up over here. And here's actually one over here. Okay, Mother Nature planted the blue lake stringless string bean seed right here and started growing this plant. So I'm going to take Mother Nature's advice and just make sure it's grown properly on this trellis. So it already started going up, but it's dragging along the ground. So I want to help it out a little bit, and hopefully I don't break it. I want to keep it off of the ground so a vine borer doesn't get it. And then I'll go ahead and wrap the bottom stem, that way a vine borer don't get it. Now these tend to be real delicate, so I don't want to break it. I'm pressing my luck over here by taking this whole thing off. But I'm going gentle and I think I could manage it. So let's see, can I slide that up? Yeah, but I need to go a little bit more. Okay, so here you go. I moved that up some. Okay, now that vine is up off the ground, and that's how I want it to grow. Get some of these out of the way so you can see it. So I'm going to start this going up like that. It's off of the ground. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to get this to go up and keep it up off of the ground. And the way to do that is just make sure that you wrap it and it grabs in a few places where it's not going to go back down. Put a few of the leaves up. That looks nice. I'm going to continue. Okay, I'm going to have to stand up. Okay, let's see if I can continue this now. Nice and tight. Right here. Okay, that looks like it should probably go up nicely. So, with that said, I have another. Let me go over here. I'm not going to waste anything. Okay, so here's another blue lake that I have that was growing out of the soil. So I'm just going to go ahead and dig a hole right here, just a little bit. It's not a big root on that, so I just want to expose a little bit of the soil and plant it right here in that nice compost. Get that root going down deep. Put the compost around it. That's horse manure and sheep manure. Just like that. That's it. Now this blue lake should get bigger and go up, and that's it. I don't have to plant blue lake string beans anymore. They're all set to go. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and transplanted that blue lake string bean right there, stringless. I transplanted this one right here. I redid that one on the vine. I transplanted this one and that one. Okay, it's already planted and it's got a jump start. The vine's coming up. This one's got a jump start. The vine's coming up. This one was growing right there. I just got it off of the ground. Nice and tall, and the vine's coming up. And I have this one started. Okay, so that's done. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put a little bit of graphing tape around the bottoms to stop, make sure no vine borers get it. Okay, so anyway, I went ahead and transplanted my blue lake stringless string beans, and I got an early jump on September on those. I wasn't going to plant them to the middle or towards the end of the month, but what the heck, Mother Nature said, here you go, I want these to grow in your garden. So I'm taking her advice. Hope you enjoyed.